has hit the road for a while and Dr. Love has checked in. I know to some that I might not seem like a love guru, but this vlog is gonna prove you wrong. Valentine's Day is quickly approaching and I'm here to deliver some top tantalizing tips to keep your relationship hot and heavy. And I think it's wonderful that we have one day a year where we can tell the person that we're with that we love them, that we think they're special, that they're the bee's knees. After all, we wouldn't want to do that every day because it might go to their heads. It's always nice on this special day to make your loved one feel like they are the only one in the room. A really good way to do this is to create a pet name for them. The more gushy, the better. If you're not a very creative person, I've come up with a few names for you to use. I have Sugar Blossom, Sugar Lips, Hot Tamale, Pumpkin Doodle, Peekaboo Boo Boo Pie, and my personal favorite, Hey, You. So of course, no matter what you do for your partner in crime on this day, you always have to remember to get a card. You'll find them in card shops. You'll recognize them because they'll have hearts on them and lips. And you can always tell how good a card is going to be by the pun inside. Tip for men: the better the card, the more likely the night will end in your favor. Also, it's always a plus if you can find an animal holding a heart to accompany the card. Always remember, a cute animal is better than an ugly one. Try not to go for a turkey holding a heart and stick to awesome things like an elephant. I'm going to take a moment here to talk to the men. Who are we kidding? Valentine's Day is all about the end result. Men, you need to keep your eye on the prize. There are certain things that you need to do to create the end result that you so want. Things that will help you achieving your goal are candles. Candles remind women of fire, and fire reminds them of setting their loins on fire, which will ultimately aid in getting them in the mood. Another thing that you might want to look into, roses. This is Valentine's Day's signature flower. If you didn't know that, you're beyond my help. There are two things that you can do with roses. You can put them in a vase to give them to her, or you can lay a path of their petals to the most romantic dinner she's ever seen, or cover the bed in them. Tip: if you do put roses on your bed, make sure it's just the petals and not the whole stem. Because if she rolls around with you later and gets a thorn in a delicate spot, she's not going to be happy. Another thing that will help you along your way? Chocolate. It is a common fact all over the world that every single woman loves chocolate. And not only that, but chocolate is an aphrodisiac. If you do pick up chocolate for your significant other, make sure that it's actually in candy form and not in body paint form. One of the most considerate things you can do is pick out something that she'd like to watch. You have many choices of rom-coms that she'll absolutely adore, but if you want a hit and not a miss, make sure that you choose one of these. Valentine's Day, Pretty in Pink. He's just not that into you. And my personal favorite, 30 Days of Night. That part at the end when they're sitting there waiting for the sun to come up. I just get so emotional every single time. The beauty of these movies is it'll put love in her mind. They also have a plethora of men that your significant other probably fantasizes more often than not. Last, but certainly not least, is the most important item, alcohol. Not only will this make her all loosey-goosey and get her motor going, but it's also going to help you get through those rom-coms. But fellas, don't drink too much because we don't want her to be disappointed on Valentine's Day. Now I've shed some steadfast tips for the men, I have a few for the ladies. And there are a few things that you can do to make their Valentine's Day special. Number 1, men love it when you smell sexy. So pick up a different fragrance and give yourself a spritz. Smells like promiscuity and broken dreams. The second thing is sparkle. No, I'm not talking about that vampire dude from that book. I'm talking about picking up a little something special that'll make your skin shimmer. All you have to do is dab it on, and then you're all shimmery. This does one of two things. First one, it reminds him of stripper sparkles, which automatically gets him thinking about making love. And the second thing it does is draws him to your skin. And as we all know, men love skin. Which is why my last tip is to show more of it. I suggest you slip into something low-cut and sexy for when he comes home from work. And my last tip, for all you lovers out there, is for you to tell the person that you're enamored with that you love them. And the best way to do this is with a keychain that says I love you. Words are so overrated. Lucky for you, I discovered an Urban Dictionary find that ties right in nicely with the theme we have going on. And the term is love button. Let's just put it this way. If you don't know what the love button is, you're doing it wrong. Well, I hope all you lovebirds have a happy and awesome Valentine's Day. And I'll see you all next week, right here for That Girl Tyson.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.